So I shouldn't be the one to tell you this, but if you don't already know, you really shouldn't go places that you're not allowed to be. Now I know there are YouTube channels devoted to this sort of content, urban explorers that go to abandoned places and film. While I question the legality of this, it's still much better than exploring your neighbor's kitchen, which is what I did. It was the summer of my sophomore year of high school, fresh out of puberty, or at least the early stages of it, so I was still awkwardly short and scrawny. I was running miles as part of my cross-country schedule, and if you don't know what cross-country is, it's a team-oriented sport focused on distance running. I wouldn't really call it a fun sport unless you really like it, which I didn't. I was turning onto my road and saw two guys who were actually friends with my brother and had graduated with him the year before. Let's call them Jeremy and Jeff. Now, Jeremy and Jeff seemed to be focused on the house at the corner that I was turning onto, which was coincidentally connected to my house, and I knew them well enough to stop and say hello. So I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And they were like, so to keep things simple, it was currently in a bad state because a tree fell and broke into the second-story master bedroom right before the owners were about to sell it. From what I was told, all that was left to do was sign the papers, but apparently when the tree fell, the buyers backed out. And I think they were left in an awkward position of living in another house, but periodically coming back to this house to repair it. But at this point, it was still in pretty bad condition. Looking back though, it must have been sad for Jeremy to see his childhood home in such a bad state, but not for Jeff. So I guess out of nostalgia and curiosity, Jeremy, along with Jeff, decided to go inside, and me, being the totally cool third wheel of this dumb version of the Three Stooges, went along too. The back door lock had already been broken, so we figured we weren't the first visitors to come along. Now, before you get mad and start being all like, "You said this is a breaking and entering, not a let yourself in, wipe your shoes on the mat, stay a while," sort of thing. Listen, alright, look, we took advantage of a broken lock and entered, I guess. That's close enough in my book. Oh boy, look at this guy, it's his first video and he's already succumbed to clickbait. That's not true. Anyways, we explored the first floor, which was mostly trash, empty pill bottles, etc. So then we moved on to the second floor, which was mainly the master bedroom and a second bedroom that belonged to the parents' daughter. Now, I was actually friends with their daughter, but I hadn't seen her in quite some time because I think she moved in with her grandparents to go to a different school, I don't know. We made our way to the master bedroom, which was very empty. I remember shuffling around bags near the closet when Jeff quickly told us to be quiet and said he heard noises. After silently panicking, we flung ourselves into a nearby closet. There were pretty much only two rooms, the master bedroom and the secondary bedroom, which were connected by one big closet. This is what we took shelter in. Luckily, the other closet door was blocked by a dresser in the secondary bedroom, so they couldn't open it. So for a good 45 minutes, we sat there in a muffled, sweaty silence. Even though the situation was tense, we'd occasionally crack a joke to make the other two laugh, which doesn't make a lot of sense because if one of us was caught, we all were. And Jeremy was 18 now, so he could legally go to jail. Sure, I guess so could have Jeff, who was still 17 at the time, but would have been charged as a minor, I think. Regardless, in the eyes of the law, Jeremy was a grown man, and me and Jeff were still technically little kids, though I'm sure we could have been charged too if the owners of the house wanted to take legal actions against us. Anyways, they came upstairs and into the daughter's room. I remember being able to watch and listen to them talk just outside the closet. But to our relief, the owners of the house never got near the closet door and went back downstairs. We listened for footsteps, and after a while we couldn't hear anything and decided this was our chance to escape, or just awkwardly meet them downstairs. But we took the chance and left the closet. By the time we made it to the back door, we kind of just assumed we were safe and sprinted back to my house. Once we did get to my yard, there was a bit of relief knowing that we weren't breaking the law anymore. Even though if the neighbors did see us run out of the back of their house, they could have just called the cops, and the fact that we were in my yard meant absolutely nothing. But that didn't happen. We didn't get arrested, and life went on as usual. And to be honest with you, I was going to make a joke involving a very dramatic ending and then get to a word and not know how to pronounce it and then make a super moral of the story joke. But it was a dumb idea. Hey, so I hope you liked the video. I don't really know how to do end cards. What do I say here? So thanks for watching.